Good evening. Hi, everyone. Just waiting to make sure that I've gone live here. Yeah, it looks like I'm running. Let's get that switched off. How are you all doing? Good to see you all. Thanks for jumping on. You can see that side chat bouncing already. So, Gene, reloaded from the hot pot, I think, was on first tonight. And we had Colt 1927. Willie Morano's out there. Good to see you guys. Let's scroll down. Tactical Rabbit 308 is there. Good to see you. Viejo's out there. Good to see you, Walter. Hillbilly up. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you, Hillbilly. Dwayne 7834. Good to see you. Dwayne 7834. Let's go down here quickly. Dale Pogue is out there. Alaska One Andy. Thorax is there. Good to see you. I'm into the end at the moment. Rich B, good to see you, Rich. Fluffy 10mm Jeep guys out there. Rusty Shackle Ford, good to see you. And there we go. We're up to date so far. So hopefully everybody had a great weekend. I had a superb weekend. Great end of the week. We went away to Tennessee. We went up to Dead Zero's shooting range. See by the shirt, bought a couple of shirts, met some great people. I'll show you the photos that I've got so far, guys. I haven't made the videos up yet, but I got some photos to show you. We had a blast. There was 12 of us there all together. Met up with some guys from the streams and off YouTube that I hadn't met before. It was great to see them in person. We had a great time shooting. We went out for some food and some drink. We hung out, and it was a real great 4 days. 2 days with the guys, and then a couple of more days, me and my wife stayed on, and we went around some state parks, and we had a blast. So Dead Zero shooting range is very close to a place called Spencer. If any of you have a chance to get out there, I would highly recommend it. It's a superb range. It's a digital range, ranging from 100 yards all the way out to 1,000 yards. We had such a blast. And then down in the pistol range, we shot pistols on the first day. They had all the steel targets there, wood targets. It was great. And then the second day, we did the 1,000-yard shot. So that was really good. G23 has jumped on. Good to see you. I said hi to Rich B. So quickly show you guys hashtag Mac48 tonight. And we've got some stickers to give away. See what I've got here. I've got my channel logo sticker. We've got the FN Gnome, which everybody seems to like. I got a sticker from Gene from Reloading from the Hot Pot. He gave me some stuff over the weekend. I've also got the Henderson Precision sticker. That's to go with the Henderson Precision trimmer. And of course the Mac screwdrivers, pocket screwdrivers, we've got those. And Gene made from Reloading from the Hot Pot, made some of these stickers up, Circle of Life stickers. And he gave me a t-shirt. This is embossed on the t-shirt. So this is things he's going to be, I think, selling on his channel before long. So you can see, starts off with a loaded case, then you shoot the case, you get the empty shell, you deprime it, you size it, you prime it, you put powder in it, seat the bullet, and back to a full ready case again to go. So the Circle of Life, pretty good stickers. Thanks, Gene. These are great, and a thanks for the t-shirt. So we got some of those. So hashtag Mac48 tonight, guys. It's my 48th show on the Reloading shows. So get your hashtags in. Viejo, my understanding that Macman smoked everyone else on the 1,000-yard target range. I wouldn't say that. I think I had a few lucky shots, but I'll show you some photos, some of the pictures in a minute now, guys. Once there's a few more jumped on, and I'll run through some of the pictures. Michael Dunn is out there, Rusty Shackleford, and Michael Dunn is there. Good to see you guys. And I think we're up to date. Yeah, so the 1,000-yard range, they've got steel targets and these digital targets. So they want you to shoot the steel first to make sure that you're on. Then they move you on to these digital targets, which is just a big square little target in the middle. And they've got sensors all the way around, and it actually picks up your shot. It gives you your speed. It shows you shot placement. It gives you a measurement for your shot placement. It's just a superb range, and we all had a blast. We had a great time, and yeah, I highly recommend that. Gene says he did, man. Those are some great groups. Okay, let me come down here just to make sure there's nobody else jumped on, and I'll bring some of the photos. Let me just see if I can bring some of these photos up, guys, and then I couldn't share it on the screen, so what I'll do is I'll bring my camera around and I'll try and get them up on the screen for you guys so you can see. Let's just see, there's a bit of delay here. Sorry about this, just get everything focused here. I'm watching it on the thing as well. So there's the bunch of guys that we all met up with. If you can zoom in here a little bit. So we had Gene reloading from the hot pot was there. There's Jason Stewart. Mark is there. The great JH586 Jamie's there. Mrs. Hotshot is there. There's me and my wife in the middle there. Chico was with us. Chico Wives was there. Insight Freedom, Scotsman, and Daniel, God is my judge. So that was a bunch of guys and girls that we met up with, and Dead Zero shooting range. So let me see if I can move on to some other pictures here. So some of the photos of the range. There's Daniel there and Scotsman in the background. So like I said, I got a load of videos to come, guys. These are just some stills I took. Are they coming out? Oh, am I zoomed in too far? Sorry, let me go back and just wait for everything to catch up here. So let me take you back, because I think I cut the heads off. And I just want to clear the thing off the screen. For some reason, I can't get it to share, so I got to get these photos up here. Okay. Let me bring this down a bit. Sorry about this, guys, because I'm doing this and there's a delay with coming to the camera. There we go. So there's a Scotsman. There's Jamie with his, I think it was his 6.5 Creedmoor Jamie had there. And a couple more. So there was one group, guys, that I shot. So this is a 1,000-yard range. So you can see at the top there, 1,000 yards, 4, 5, and 6. There's 3 shots. And the actual MOA was 0.39 with a height MOA of 0.18. Probably that box that's around the numbers, the guy in the range was telling me it's probably a 10-inch box. So we're looking at a 5-inch group, but when it measures out, it measures out to 0.39 MOA. And take into consideration, we had winds up there, left to right, 25 to 30 mile an hour, with gusts probably between 40 and 45 mile an hour. And the wind was changing. It was coming down the range, going up the range, going across the range. So you can see that's a nice group. And that was my second group. And then the first group is the range. So there's my first group, 1, 2, and 3, which is probably a 4 or 5 inch group at 1,000 yards, guys. This one was a smaller group. It was a 0.34 MOA group with a height of 0.05 MOA. And at 1,000 yards, my 300 Win Mag was doing 1,619 feet per second. So you can see that it was pushing it out there as well. And with that wind, that was, to me, was an amazing experience. And the groups came together for me. And some of you guys last week were asking, do we really need to do the whole process of what I do, where I anneal, I neck trim, I neck size, I bump the shoulder back. I'm using the same batch of primers, the same batch of powder, the same batch of bullets, all keeping everything consistent. And in windy conditions, and you can see you're shooting a 0.34 MOA group at 1,000 yards. I think that just answers the question. Why do we spend all that money on the precision stuff? And to be able to do that, that's why. If it would have been a calm day, I think I probably could have got a little bit better. That one might have been closer to the 2 and 3. You can see one's a little bit drifted out a bit. But yeah, so there's the groups I threw out up there, the two nice groups. And there you can see that's a 1,000 yard group. These are just the photos we took on there. So they actually give you this little iPad, and it's set at the bottom. You can see I was on lane 7, and then you can pick anything from 100 yards, 300 yards. I think it then was 100 yards, 300 yards, 7 or 800 yards, or 6, 8, and 1,000 yards. So there was a 1, 3, 6, 8, and 1,000 yards. And then you can just hit the buttons on the screen, and it just takes you to that next screen. And that was one when we were just sighting in, making sure everything was set up. So let's take you back. So that's a picture of the range, guys. So this first range, you can see these really large targets, but the little targets in the middle are what you're aiming for. These are all digital targets. So you've got the digital at 100, I think 300, 600, 800, and way at the back there you go, is the 1,000 yard range. And as you're going back to the left of those targets, you can see this steel hanging. They want you to hit those steel targets before they let you go on to the digital targets, because they don't want you damaging any of the components on the digital targets. So so that's just another picture of the range. So that's why we do it, guys. That's why I spend the money to get hopefully that all came out okay. So that's why we do all this work, to get the precision, to try and get it all right. And you can see with those groups, you can see by those groups it really worked. And if you noticed on those photos, like Gene said, you could see the flags were straight out. They were flapping hard and straight out. Code says, awesome shot. Thank you so much. 3 Jeep Discoveries out there. That's high tech. It's a great range. It was superb, and just to be able to get all that information from your shots, it was just a great experience. Jamie JH586 has joined us. Good to see you, Jamie. Tommy boy's out there. And just go back a little bit. Make sure I haven't missed anybody. Thanks for joining us, Tactical Rabbit 308. I think he's leaving us. He's calling it a night. I think I've seen everybody. Okay. Hi, Jamie. Good to see you. So there you go, guys. You can see we were shooting in tough conditions, and we had an absolute blast. And I was just lucky enough to have a couple of really nice groups. Got the 1,000-yard club, so they give us a free sticker for the 1,000-yard club. As soon as we all managed to hit that 1,000 yards, they give us a free sticker. And yeah, it was great. So hashtag Mac48 tonight, guys. Will get you in the draw for those stickers and little screwdrivers. So we got that coming. So tonight, what we're going to do is a little bit of a follow on. We did all the net cutting and everything last week, and how we set up for bolt guns, and how we can do semi-automatics, our AR-10s and M1As. So what I'm going to do tonight is we're just going to charge some cases, and we're going to use the Chargemaster 1500. My seat's over. And we're going to be using the Dandy Trickler. A couple of you guys, again, have mentioned about the Dandy Trickler. Boomstick Revenge has joined us. Good to see you. And New Tex I Can is out there. Shane 44 Mag is out there. Mark Thomas has joined us. That's great. Good to see you all, guys. So I'll bring the camera over here. So there's going to be the setup there. And this is the Dandy Trickler. It's actually made or produced here in Phoenix, in Mesa. Let me just share the screen quickly. I did it last time, but I want to show it again. So if any of you are interested in the Dandy Trickler, share the screen. So there it is. So it's coming from Dandy Products LLC, and they are here in Mesa, Arizona. And at the moment, it's a 2-speed electric powder trickler, and they're retailing at $129. It's gone up a little bit, but it's a really nice machine. You can use it on the Chargemaster. You can use it on your beam scales. You can use it on your FX 120 scales, whichever scales you're using, it'll work on them all. And so there's the actual system that I use as a backup, not a backup, as to get my precision right. So and I can show you then how we do this and how we set this up. So first of all, I've had the RCBS up and running for probably about an hour, so it's up to temperature. So I'm going to take the pan off. We're going to zero it. I'm going to get the 2 weights, and we'll go through the calibration step. So let me just get... Trying to zoom in so you can see this a little bit better. So with the calibration, once everything's off and is zeroed, you can just hit cal once, and it brings it up as a 0. And you're always watching for the arrow over here where it says stable. Hit it again, and we're asking for the 50-gram weight. And then you'll see it comes to stable. The little arrow comes on stable. Hit cal again, and it's asking for 100. So you put the second one on. The stable button has come up, and hit again, and we're good. It's done. So that's your calibration done once it's warmed up. Put that in there. And then you want to put the pan on, and then we're going to zero it for the pan. So that's all calibrated and set up, ready to go. The dandy trickler's ready to go. So over here, keep moving around a little bit. So I got the cases set up, and what we're going to be using, we're using the Lake City brass, and this is a batch 16 like I talked about before. We've managed to get a whole batch of number 16, so I'm trying to keep them as a batch. So this has been neck turned. We have neck turned it. I have annealed them all. I have fire formed them, so they have been fire formed for my M1A. So all I've done then, we went in and then we neck sized and we bumped the shoulder. It's been deprimed, pockets have been cleaned, and then they go back in the cleaner. So this whole case has been fire formed, ready to go, and all I've done now is just neck size and bumped. So I'm using Federal 210 rifle primers, which I have got loaded up in my RCBS bench primer. Powder we'll be using is the IMR 4064. So I love this powder for 308, and so that's going to be the setup there. So with this bench primer, it's just as literally do this opposite way around, so you can see. You can just sit the brass in, set it home all the way down, and it sets the primer nice and deep. So they're all consistent. So we just go through, and I'm just going to finish these last few off, get them primed up, and then we'll go in and we'll start charging some cases. And it's just as simple as going through them, popping the primers in. Two more. And there you go, all set, all the same, job done on those. So I got 30 cases ready. There's a few more. I'm going to end up doing 50 altogether, but we just got 30 here ready for tonight, and we're going to go through and get them all charged up. We're only going to be doing the charging. We'll be doing I'm not going to be seating the bullets in this stream tonight, guys. Trying to stay within all the guidelines for YouTube. So all we're doing is all the case prep was done before starting. So all I'm going to do is we pop some primers in. We're going to drop the powder in it, and then we'll call it a night. I'm hopefully going to stay within all the regulations. Dave Plove says he likes to use H380 in his 308. I've never used that one. Thorax asks, have those been full length resized? They came into me as once fired. I bought them as a once fired. I did do a normal sizing on them to start with. I annealed them, cleaned them, everything up. I annealed them, and then I did a normal 308 sizing die, full length sizing as you would back to factory spec. Once I'd done that, I opened the necks up and I trimmed them, and then we took them from there then to be fire formed. And once they're fire formed, all I'm going to do is neck size them and bump the shoulders back. Probably every fourth or fifth time, depending how tight they're going into the chamber, I will do another full size sizing on them. If they still feel nice and loose in that chamber and everything's fine and they're still going in the case gauge, I won't full size them until I need to. Probably these will end up blowing out before I have to full size them again. They're probably primer pockets, but might go a bit loose, or they might start splitting. I'm hoping to get probably 10 fire-ins out of them, but you know how rough semi-automatics are on their brass. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, they were full size when I first got them to start off. I neck turned them, got everything ready, and now they've been fire shot and fire formed, and now we're here with just an exercise in and bumping the shoulder back. Tommy says RL 15 or Vargate, the two main ones for me. I bought some Vargate, but I haven't really started using it or playing around with it because I just really like this 4064. Willie says he likes Vargate for 308. So does Michael Dunn. Mark's Trapping and Outdoors is out there. Good to see you. Don't forget hashtag Mark48, guys, for tonight. Just make sure there's nobody else out there. Okay, I think we're still up to date here. Okay, so when I fired these and I did some testing on them, I started like 41 grains, 42, 41, 41 and a half, 42. I worked up in half grain increments, and the best group and the best speeds and everything, and the lowest spread and everything was with 43.5 grains. And that was my tight group. Wasn't that tight. It was still a little bit loose, probably a 2-inch group. But that was the tightest group, and the best chronograph measurements I had was 43.5. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for 43.3 to start off with. I'm just going to go a couple of grains below. I'm going to make some more 43.5s, and I'm going to jump up to 43.7. So I'm going a couple of 0.0 whatever both ways, and then I'll shoot another 10 groups, 10 shot group. We see which ones are the best, and I might, if I have to tweak it, say to 43.4 or whatever we need to do, I'll tweak it a little bit to get my best group. So at the moment it was 43.5. Just have a drink there, guys. 43.5, and we're just going to fiddle around with that a little bit. So the first batch we're going to do is going to be 43.3. So on the Chargemaster, let me just get rid of that. So with the Chargemaster, and we could go straight in and go 43.3 straight away, but it could be 43.3 to the high end, to the low end. So we're trying to get it as precise as you can. So I normally go with this first one. So we're going to put in 43.1, enter, and dispense. So it should drop 43 or as close to 43.1 as we can get it. And then we can work up then using the Dandy Trickler. So the Dandy Trickler has got the same powder in the hopper up here. I've already fed it down through the little feeder tube. And try and get you in as close as I can so you can see everything working, guys. Let me zoom in on this a little bit. Okay, you're not going to see the weights at the moment, but I just want to show you. So this Dandy Trickler, so at the moment we're at 43.1, and I need to walk it up to, so as soon as it ticks over to 43.3, that's where I want to be. So there's two speeds on the Dandy Trickler, a fast speed, which is quite aggressive. I use that just to bring it down. And then once I've got powder in the tube, which hopefully you can see the droplets all the way down, I'll use the smaller speed, and it's already dropped to 43.3. So let me take that out, and I want to do that again so you can see what we're doing here. So it runs. I'm trying to get this so you can see it. There you go. So with everything, we came to 43.2 and it's back to stable. So we only need to go 0.1 of a grain. So all I'm going to do is, you can see the kernels down here. There's one right on the end. So you're just hitting this, and you're basically dropping one piece of powder at a time. So still at 43.2. Dropped another one, and there it's just clicked over to 43.3. So I really like these. These are extreme hardcore gear. These are these little funnels. This one's dedicated for 308. Fits perfectly on the case. So you can just sit it on the case. We can then pull out and drop the powder. Sorry if I'm blocking this a little bit, guys. Just going to restart. This time I'm going to try and get it so you can actually see the kernels drop in. There you go. So we're at 43.0. It's just dropping a little bit at a time. I've got the little McDonald's straw in there, the little upgrade that people do that helps with the whole leveling of the powder. So you can see they were at 43.1, and in the tube, hopefully you can see all the kernels. And then we're going to bring these down as we're doing it. One drops another one. So we're basically just dropping one piece of powder each time. There, it's just clicked over to 43.2. And one more one in, and we're at 43.3. So we can pull that one off. Just turn that. Just move your funnel. Drop that in, put it back on the scale. Move the funnel. Out a little bit, you can watch the gate, you can be able to watch the actual. So it's just gone on to 43.1. It's just stabled out at 43.2. So again, we just go through with this trickler, drop one piece of powder, let it settle. Brings another one over, and we just clicked over to 43.3. So using this system, we're walking up to hit that 43.3 every time. So it's getting as much precise with the powder as we can do it. We do one more, and then we'll change, and we'll set it up for doing the next one. Cole says he uses the straws. It seems to help the powder drop work a tad better. Oh, well, one guy has joined us. Good to see you. And VAO is saying the Hornady dispenser benefits more with a straw. I don't use one with the RCBS. I found that it was dropping towards the end. It was dropping too much, and I was always going over. So just checking to see. Yeah, Michael Dunn's asking. Yeah, so hopefully you can see right on the end there is the plastic straw. It's about three-quarters to an inch long. I've just put it in there. And for me, I always use it. I really like it. Willie says he's been using the Chargemaster for about 5 years. Thorax giving a little bit of what he's done. Jamie's leaving us. Good night, Jamie. Sorry I missed that a bit earlier. So thanks for joining us. It's Hot Shots out there. Good to see you. Really nice to meet you last week. We had a great time. Okay, so you can see it's leveled out at 43.1. Again, we'll just start dropping one piece of powder at a time. Takes a little bit more time than just letting it run and just doing it, but again, if you want those groups, you want that precision, you don't mind doing this. There, it's gone to 43.2. Drop another one. Just give it a quick second just to settle. And there you go, 43.3. So you can take that off. Then we can hit cancel because we don't want it automatically going this time. So it's in there ready to go. So now we're going to go to 43.5. So this time we can just go 43.3 because I like to stay just 0.2 underneath. So it gives me a chance for something to work up. So there we go. Tommy made a good point. Part of the reason you get overdrops is the unit is not level. Yeah, I try and keep this unit as level as I can. I have got a small spirit level that I can use on it just to make sure everything's good. So I try to keep it as best as I can. So there you go. So this time you can see it's dropped 43.3, exactly what we set it for. And then we can just start dropping the powders one at a time. Just gone on to 43.4. There you go, 43.5. So it's just ticked over to 43.5. So we can drop that into the case. Just drop that one got stuck. We'll be doing that one again. So 43.2. Just floated to 43.3. So we can run these. $43.4. And 43.5. So we can pull that out. Set for the next one. Tommy says he has a machinist level, which is very accurate. That's great. That's cool. Let's just have a look. What else was up there? Cole says he likes the RCBS 1500, but last year I upgraded the V4 and FX 120 scale. I've got the same over there in the corner. I just thought tonight, the last couple of times you've done powder drops, I've used it. So I thought I'd jump back to the chargemaster just to show that you can still get really accurate, consistent levels out of that one as well. So Vio says he has a chargemaster, light, very precise. Does the same thing every time. Never gives over or under charges. Accuracy is still limited to 0.10 grains though. Cool. Okay, so 43.3. Let's walk this one up again. Hopefully you can see those grains coming down there, the trickler. So it works the same as the little hand wine tricklers you can use, but at least with this one you can actually watch them coming down. They vibrate down the little tube. 34, 35. So you can at least you can see them dropping one at a time while doing this. We'll do one more and then we'll go up and we'll do the last one, the difference. We'll change the size again, change the weight again. $32 on, guys, and 15 in the draw. If you want to jump in the draw, just hashtag Mac48 and get those stickers and screwdrivers tonight. I'll show them again before we do the draw. Miss Hotshot says she posted a video today of the cabin stay. Check it out. Yeah, they had a beautiful cabin. So check that little video out, and the grounds and everything around where we were staying was really, really good, really nice. Okay, 43.3. Up to 4. And there you go, 43.5. And then we'll go out, hit cancel. We don't want to drop in another one. And we can go back. So now this next one is going to be 43.7. So we hit 43.5. So we're going to be low. Enter dispense. And we can do the same with that one. We can walk it up. Black Bear has joined us. Good to see you, Black Bear. And this one we've gone 43.5. Stabled and it's finished. So we can just walk this one up to 43.7. Hopefully right on the end there, guys, you can see each grain coming down on its own. One drops in, next one drops in. We're at 43.6, 43.7. So we can pull that one out. So like I said, it does take a bit longer than just running it, setting it, and we're having to walk this up a little bit, but it's, to me, I enjoy doing all this. Each case I know is going to be as close as I can to the next one. So there we go again. 0.5, 6. Stay load. There we go, 43.7. Do one more. So I've done 3 of each. And you can, with these charge masters as well, there's videos on YouTube. You can actually go in and you can change the speed. So when it's doing its first drop and it's doing a real fast drop, you can run different settings. So you can get it to cut off a little bit earlier, and then when it cuts into the smaller, the slower drops, you can have that running for longer. So there's less chance of having an overthrow. So 43.5 again. Let's just walk that up. $43.6 and 43.7. Drop that, hit cancel. So there you go, guys. So you can see you can get really precise loads from your charge master, whether you do it as a full just hit it 43.5 and let it do its thing. But I was finding it was going over a little bit, staying under a little bit. I find using this little dandy trickler, it works so well. So you can see we use the Lake City Batch 16 brass, neck turned. We're using the large primers, Federal 210s, and we're using IMR 4064. So let me move this back out over here. So the giveaway tonight, everyone, for the guys that got in here late, again, my channel sticker, reloading from the hot pot sticker from Gene, Henderson Precision, which is the case trimmer, one of those stickers. We got the little FN gnome, pocket screwdriver, magnet on top, little flat screwdriver, everybody loves. Gene made these up, gave them to us over the weekend. The Circle of Life stickers, pretty cool. He made them into some t-shirts. So this logo's on the t-shirt. He's making some clocks and things up, which are really, really nice. And they can be bought from his channel. And the Circle of Life is a loaded bullet, fired through the pistol. You get the empty case. Yeah. Deprimed, sizing, repriming, dropping the powder, seating the bullet, and a completed case again. So the circuit of life for a reloaded bullet. Really cool. So there's one of those stickers in there as well. So hashtag Mac48. The Dead Zero Shooting Club, 1,000 Yard Club. We managed to get the 1,000 Yard stickers for doing it. And I'm going to bring this back round and I'm going to show a couple of those photos again so everybody can see them. I've got to do it this way because I don't know how to share the photos on the screen. Sorry, guys. So let me get over here. Trying to bring these photos up. Okay, I got them on the other camera, so I'll bring them around here. And I'll be able to watch them on live on the screen. So zoom in just a touch. So this is the controller that we were using. Let's go all the way out. So there's us in the actual. So they've got Gene, Jay Stewart, there's Mark there, Jamie, myself, my wife in the middle there. There's Chico, Daniel's there, Scotsman, Inside Freedom Scott is there, and Miss Hotshot. So this is the picture from outside the shooting range, which was really cool. And then a couple of us shooting. You got Daniel there and the Scotsman in the background. Jamie getting his gun ready. Okay, so that's one of the groups, guys, that I shot. 1,000 yards, 3-shot group, 4, 5, and 6, with a 0.39 MOA and a 0.18 MOA height. So 1,000 yard shot, that's in 25 to 30 mile an hour winds, with gusts in up to 40, 45 mile an hour. We had a bit of trouble out there with the wind. But you can see you do precise ammo, you can still pull out some really good groups. So that was the second group I shot. There's the first one, 1, 2, 3 shots with a size of 0.34 MOA. So this is why I load like I do, why I've got my zero press, why I neck turn, why I bump my shoulder, why I only neck size, why I use good components. And when I'm doing my loading and thing, you can see how precise I like to be. And this is why you do it. A 0.34 MOA at 1,000 yards in the wind. Super happy with that. These are just some more figures. You can see the 0.34. All shots were classed as 10. Gives you a speed and average speed and everything. So these are the little computers they give you. So I was on lane 7, and this was a 1,000-yard shot. But what you do is you just click the 7 here, and it brings up 100, 300, 600, 800, and 1,000. You can pick whichever one you want, and the camera goes straight to that length that you shoot in, and you can start seeing your shot count. And there's a little iPad. So excuse me. So it's a great range to go to. So this first row was the 100 yards. Second row was 300, and then I think there was 600, 800, and right to the back was 1,000. And as you can see from here, there's a little steel target to the side here, and all the way up the steel targets right next to where the electronic targets are. So they want you hitting that steel first before they let you go on. And then once you've hit that steel and they're happy that you're not going to damage their targets, they let you shoot to this little square in the middle where you can pick up your shots. And you can see there, this flag on this one happened to be, you can see it's flapping right up in the air. You can see them all the way up here, right to the back here. This one's drooping a bit, less wind back right at the 1,000-yard line. And then the closer one, you can see the wind really pushing these flags all the way along. And then in the center here, this one's almost dropped where there's no wind at all here, but it's really flapping up here. And again, you can see these are the little steel plates they give you there, here, and here to make sure you're on target. And then obviously you can go on the digital plates then as well. So there you go, guys. I highly recommend that range. If anybody has a chance to get out to Tennessee and do that shooting on that range, it's an amazing place. The range officers on the long range, the rifle range, 1,000-yard range, were superb. Really helpful. They seem to really know all their scopes. So whenever you got there, they'd ask you to take a shot, and then they'd be telling you how many clicks to go left or right or up and down to get you onto the next set of targets. They were really, really knowledgeable and a really good bunch of guys. So yeah, I'd highly recommend that place. So we're just going to do the draw now, guys. I'm just going to make sure that I've got everybody. So hashtag Mac48 will get you in the draw. Chad Kelly has joined us. Good to see you, Chad. Vanessa Kitty's out there. Good to see you, Vanessa. Thanks for joining us. I think I said hi to Dwayne. 7834. Still out there. Yeah, G23 saying hit the present, and I was trying to do that, Gene, but for some reason I can't seem to pull my photos out to my picture library to get them just shared. I was trying beforehand, I just couldn't get it to work, so I just did it this way. It was just as easy to do it this way. I'll figure it out. I'll mess around during the week or something and get it figured out. So there we go. I think we're up to date there, guys. So let's have a look how many people are. So I got 21 entries, 32 on. So we'll go in and do the draw then, guys. So good luck, everybody. I'm going to go in and share the screen. Giveaway tool. Share. Okay, here we go. Good luck, everybody. Let's get this little prize draw done. New text I can. That's a new winner for me. So let me go into banners. Let me put this up on the screen. So if you're out there, new text, there's my email. Flash me over an email with your address, your contact details, and I will get those stickers and little screwdriver packed up and sent out to you. I'm not sure if you're still out there. Just give us a little answer if you're still out there. New text I can, and I will get that. I'll get that sent out. I don't know if he's still there, but there he is. Who, me? Yeah, you won the stickers tonight and the little screwdriver. So I got my email address up there. Just jot that email address down. Send me your contact details, and I will get them sent out to you. Okay. Let's unshare. So there you go, guys. Another show almost done. So just a big, huge thanks to all the guys I met up with last week. You're all great guys. We had an absolute blast at the old Dead Zero shooting range. I was so happy to meet up with Gene and Miss Hotshot, with Jamie and all the guys. Chico was there. Scotsman was there. So there was, like I said, 12 of us out there. We had an absolute blast. When we were driving around, the amount of turkey and deer we saw, the wildlife around where we were was stunning. Just driving into where those guys were staying. I didn't stay in the same cabin as those. I was in a cabin about 10 minutes away. But when I drove up on the on the Wednesday night to meet them all, when we drove into where the cabin was, there was whitetail and turkey everywhere. They were all coming out as the sun was going down. It was a great sight. We were driving around. We went to some of the country parks, the state parks up there. So I've made a bunch of videos. I just got to get them processed and get them up. And I know a lot of the other guys also had taken some videos. So it's there's going to be some nice videos coming out. And just one thing, guys, if you go to Dead Zero shooting range, there is a no mag dump policy, no rapid fire policy. I'm not going to mention who it was, but one of us did do a little bit of rapid fire. The chief RO came over and gave him a good old talking down to and sent him on his way to watch the safety video again. So he was in the naughty boy club. So so if you do go there, listen to the rules, because they do watch you. They do keep an eye on you. And one thing they don't like is doing the mag drops. So, but other than that, we had a great time. Mrs. Hotshot got on so well with my wife. We just had a great time. We like I said, we had a few meals together. We just spent time together, and it was just really great experience. So huge thanks to everybody who done that. Thanks for you all guys for jumping on tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. It's basically what I do in my loading room. It's no different to what I do when the script TV's on or the TV's off, when we're doing streams or not. This is how I do my loading. So you can see by the results, it does pay off. And I just enjoy doing it. So it was a nice show again tonight. We got a few rounds loaded up. Like I said, I've got to be so careful. I don't want to have any problems with my channel. So I can't do a whole process, and we have to split it up a little bit. So it's the safest way to do it. But stay within their rules, and hopefully they'll leave us behind, leave us alone. A few guys jumping on, saying great info tonight. And again, if any of you out there want me to run anything or run over any of the equipment, most of you seen all my equipment, or go over anything that I do, just send me a message or leave a message on YouTube, and I'll go through and I'll try to do my best to accommodate you all, whatever way you want to do it. So I just love doing anything with reloading. I just love it. So a huge thanks to everybody. I can see new text has answered, and I'll get those things sent out to him this week. So thanks, everyone. Really pleased you joined us tonight. I think the show went quite well. I enjoyed doing it, and we'll do it all again next time. So hopefully I'll see you next week, and be safe, look after yourselves, and we will catch you next time, guys. Good night, everyone.